What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. It's been a long time since I've been on here, but I wanted to come out here just to address some things with my followers. So I have an Instagram account that I've ran for about a year and a half now for both of my trucks. I had, that's the special thing that I want to talk about. I had two 10th gen F-150s that I built up. My first 10th gen I got as my first car. My parents bought it for me. And then I ended up, it was beat when I got it, so I had to fix it up. And that's where I kind of found my love for cars. And then I ended up sanding down the entire thing, bed lining the entire thing with Raptor liner. Got an aftermarket bumper, got different tires, different wheels, lift kit, all the stuff. I have a picture of it that I'll put up. But that was what I kind of started my Instagram account about, was that first 10th gen F-150. It was what got me into mechanic work, what got me into cars, what got me through a lot of stuff in the introduction into being like a young adult. You know, just having a car opens up so many opportunities in your life. So that was very important to me, was that first car. After that, I drove that for about a year, and then I ended up blowing the transmission and the differential on that car. Bought a new transmission, put it in incorrectly. I didn't line up the torque converter all the way, and it ended up welding the torque converter into the transmission. I don't know, something happened. I did it incorrectly, so I pulled the transmission back out, got it rebuilt, put it back in, and I put it in and run again. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna quit, I'm done. This is before I was a mechanic, by the way. I really didn't know anything. So I did all of that, it didn't work. Ended up bringing it to U-Pull It. The junkyard came and got it, gave me $500 for it. And then I was on Facebook Marketplace one night and I found another 10th gen F-150. And keep in mind, my first one was a 4.2 liter V6 two-wheel drive. And at the time, actually, I should say, when I found this new 10th gen F-150, I still had my old one. So I haven't sold it yet. It's just sitting in my driveway doing nothing, just collecting dust. They wanted $2,500 for it. It's a 4.2 V6. The first one I had like 173,000 miles on it. This one had 190,000 miles on it, but it was from Texas, rust-free, a crate engine with 60,000 miles with the paperwork, and then a crate transmission with 70,000 miles with no paperwork, rust-free, had a little bit of paint and fading from being in Texas, but really clean truck. Went and looked at it, bought it for $2,500. Got it back home, swapped everything, wheels, tires, lift kit, lights, everything from my old truck, put it on this new truck. So basically it was souped up immediately after buying it. Pulled that one on U-Pull It, got $500 for it. Bam, that's done. Now we have a new 10th gen F-150. It's got the 3-inch Rough Country spindle lift that was off my bedline truck, the headlights, the light bars, tail lights, the wheels, the tires, all of that was from that one. Got it tinted and drove it around for quite a bit. Then December came, wintertime, just at home on eBay, and I found 2-inch level spacers that you put on top of your coil and it lifts it up. So I ordered those, and in the process of trying to put them on, I just ended up rebuilding my whole front suspension. So new lower control arms, new upper control arms, new tie rod ends, new new, what are they called? Sway bar links, new sway bar, all that stuff, new shocks, new springs, basically completely overhauled the front suspension. And then we did new rear blocks, and we ended up getting a 6-inch lift on a 10th gen 2-wheel drive V6 truck. For some reason, I thought this was smart. Fast forward 3 months later, I blew the transmission and differential on it again. I don't know how that is possible. I ended up putting 202,000 miles on that truck. I towed a camper with it. Speaking of camper, I'm out here camping with my family at Louisville. But yeah, ended up towing a camper with it. Had a bunch of fun. Towed my buddy's Colorado. Just had a blast with that truck. But what I'm trying to get at is that Instagram account that I had was heavily, the whole Instagram account was my two trucks, videos about them. That's just what I was making stuff about. And then I basically went ghost, went dark, and didn't tell anybody. So currently I'm driving a 2010 Ford Fusion. It's an SE. It has the 2.4 liter or the 2.5 liter. I think it's 2.4. Heck, just fell. 2.4 liter, I think, or 2.5. So it's nothing like to make an Instagram account about. It's a black car. I got 20% tint all the way around, 30% tint on the windshield. I just am putting a sub in. I'm probably gonna make a YouTube video about that. I actually want to make YouTube videos about stuff. So yeah, that's why I went ghost on Instagram. My truck blew up. I just didn't for some reason, it just didn't hit me to like announce to my followers, and I just went ghost, and then didn't say anything. So the reason I haven't been posting on Instagram, my truck blew up, and yeah, that's basically why. Basically why I've been absent. I don't even know if basically any of my followers. I think I'm at 3,000 followers. I would get like 1 million views a month. Like, I was doing really good. I had a bunch of interactions, a bunch of comments and messages, and just like good people reaching out, and it was just an amazing community. But yeah, so that happened. Obviously, while I was in that Instagram, I guess some of it started at the early, like my like junior and senior year, but basically took off when I graduated and I became a mechanic. And then a little backstory for people. So I was a mechanic for I don't know, maybe 8 months, 9 months, out of my senior year of high school, and I loved it. It was awesome. I worked at a Ford Lincoln dealership. It was amazing. The people I worked with were amazing. And then they offered to send me to school. And around this time, this was July of last year when they offered, or not last year, this July, I was kind of beginning to not really like mechanic work as much. I was kind of starting to be like, oh, I just liked this as a hobby, not really as a job. The money, the fact that you have to sell stuff, because you make commission. So in order to make money, you had to sell stuff, and you kind of had to stretch the truth. And that's why mechanics are kind of hated on. Just didn't really sit right with me. So I was already kind of questioning if I wanted to do this, but I was like, you know what? It's free school. Maybe this is what God's trying to lead me to. So I took it. I started school in August. I think August 18th was my first day, if I'm correct. I know it was in August. It was a Monday. First day, I went to school for a week and a half and called my boss and dropped out of school and quit my job. So I owed $6,000 to my dealership for the school, just being there for a week and a half. So thankfully, it was that low, and they didn't like buy my tools and all that stuff, because if I would have bought the tools, it would have been a lot more, because it's all Snap-on tools. So I got pretty lucky with that. And now I'm working at my family's restaurant. So my family, my grandpa started a restaurant back 25 years ago. So obviously I'm 18, so I wasn't there when it first started, but my grandpa and my dad and my uncle are the main owners of it, and it's been doing absolutely amazing all my life. It's just amazing. Like, it's so busy. We just get so much customers. Like, the work is great. Like, it's amazing. It's just a profitable business that we started. And when I was in middle school and I would work there on the weekends, and stuff, I would always think like, this is stupid. My dad's a cook, my uncle's a cook. All my families are like waitresses and all this stupid stuff. Like, this is like little jobs. People don't appreciate that kind of people. And I never wanted to be that person. I never wanted to own a restaurant or work at a restaurant all my life. Like, that's just being a loser to do that. And I would think that about my dad, which looking back now is awful that I would even think that. And it kind of hit me that like, I like doing that. I like to cook, and I like to serve customers, and we have people that have come in every day, maybe even twice a day, breakfast and lunch, since I was a baby. I remember, we have 2 customers that come in every day since I started working there when I was 12 years old, and they still come in every day. It's just cheaper for them just to eat at my family's restaurant than go buy groceries. They're older, they're retired, they don't have anything else to do, so they just come in. And that's amazing to me that we have customers like that are so loyal that they'll come in every day. Like, that's insane. So yeah, I definitely had a reality check. I prayed about it for a while, and I just feel like that's what God was leading me to, is just back to my family's restaurant and being able to be a light to people, especially because my family and my friends and people that work there could definitely use some people that are definitely a light, especially as a Christian myself, just being that kind of person to just show them God through us, you know what I'm saying? So especially in a family-owned restaurant, in a business that is booming right now, you can just show that God's working through us in order to provide for these people. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a full-time cook at my family's restaurant. I'm kind of learning the business side of things and just how to run it so I can take over one day. And it's been absolutely amazing working alongside my family again, my dad and my uncle and my grandpa. It's just been absolutely amazing. So kind of get back in my like normal groove, since my life was all over the place after quitting school, dropping out of college, quitting work. And then after that, a couple weeks after that, I had to break up with my girlfriend. I didn't have to, obviously, but that's just what I felt like God was leading me to. And it was unfortunate, but it was just something I had to do based on just certain stuff that was going on. So after all that, I mean, that was all in like basically a month span. So it was very hard. That's when I made my first YouTube video, was during all that. And that's kind of why I've been a little absent, just because I'm trying to adjust everything back. Same with my Instagram account. There's just been a bunch that's happened. I don't even know if a lot of you guys even know what I look like, or anything about me, just because it's basically just been about my truck. But I just want to come on here and just like let you guys know like who I am personally. So yeah, I'm an 18-year-old kid. I graduated high school last year. I'm working at my family's restaurant, so I do full time. Really interested in, I love cars a bunch. I love working on cars. I'm a Christian. I love pouring out my faith and just being a faith believer. I help out with a middle school youth group on Sunday nights. That's something that I'm very proud of. I love working at my church and helping out and volunteering at my church. I went to this particular church I went all my life, but the youth group, the small group in general, I went from 5th grade all the way up to my senior year. So it just means a bunch that I'm able to come back and start teaching these kids that hopefully will go through the same path I did and go all the way through small group. And that, not to say I never left or I never strayed away from my faith the older I got, because that definitely did happen. I definitely have some crazy stories about leaving the church and stuff like that. And I don't want anybody to turn away because I'm a faith believer and I'm a Christian, because that isn't like, I'm not saying that I can't be with people who aren't Christians. I mean, that's what we're called to do, is to be a light to people who aren't Christians, and to surround ourselves with people that don't hold our beliefs. I mean, we're not just supposed to be like this above everybody else and only be with Christians and everything. Like, that's not what defines us, obviously. So that's not to say I'm just going to start preaching the gospel to everybody on my YouTube channel. I just wanted to just have you guys get to know me a little bit better. And that's a huge thing for me, is being a Christian and being a small group leader on Sundays, being a cook at my family's restaurant, learning how to own it one day, and working on cars. It's basically my favorite things to do. Right now I'm camping with my family in Louisville. It's an amazing park here. We're going shooting. We're just hanging out. It's just going to be a good time. So once I get back, definitely going to start making some YouTube videos. So we have a bunch of stuff to do. I'm installing a sub. Well, I actually already did. Spoiler. I got a 12-inch sub and amp from one of my buddies that went to school with me. He sold it to me for $200. I kind of got scammed because the sub is blown. So that kind of sucks. So I'm going to be looking for a new 12-inch sub. But all the wires are ran. I still need to run them a little bit better. So I'll make definitely a YouTube video installing the new sub, trying everything out, tuning it. I want to get a new head unit, new speakers, kind of overhaul the audio on the Fusion. I used to be really big into car audio with my trucks, but I haven't really done anything like it since my truck blew up. So I'm excited to get back into it. That needs to be done. I put a new exhaust on the Fusion. I didn't tighten all the bolts all the way, so it's leaking really bad out of the resonator. So we need to get under there and do that. Also, there's a weird noise on the back of the Fusion. Like, you will hit a bump and it feels like there's no suspension in the back. It just feels like it's just a brick just smacking. So we need to figure that out. My grandpa has a lift at his house, so I'm hoping I can just get up there and show you guys what we need. So plenty of stuff to get done, and I'm going to take you guys along with the ride. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just getting to know me a little bit more, and just allowing me to kind of addressing what's been going on, especially for my Instagram followers. I don't even know if my followers care about me that much, or if it's just like, oh, they like my truck, or they like this video, I'll follow them, I guess. But for the people who do care and just want to know what's been going on and who I am and what I'm up to and what I want to do in the future. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Why am I skipping words? What the heck? Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Still trying to get this YouTube stuff down, man. I don't really know what I'm doing, but if you guys like the video, like this kind of stuff, mechanic work, just all this stuff, just maybe subscribe, leave a like on this video so more people will find it, and maybe even put that notification bell on to see when I post once in a while. But I'm hoping to be more regular on YouTube, make some more YouTube videos, because this is a lot of fun for me, so I don't know why I don't do it more often. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.